Science fiction has bombarded our collective imagination with aliens, so much so that now we are pretty much obsessed with them. Every day there's someone claiming to have spotted a UFO or having been abducted by little grey beings. Recently, someone even claimed that she was impregnated by one. The world of imagination, fueled by science fiction shows and movies, is boundless. Either way, we've ensured we don't hold back at all. Not when it comes to all things alien. Countless extraterrestrial civilizations and interplanetary conflicts between species reign large in our imaginations and on screen. Conspiracy theories are posted by the dozen on Reddit. In the real world, however, we're yet to come across even microbial alien life, let alone intelligent, space-faring advanced civilizations. And ever since we evolved into moderately intelligent beings, there's been one question on everyone's minds. Where are the aliens? The answer to that might actually be very simple. We are being monitored, stealthily, by advanced beings who we can say are our cosmic ancestors. We can't see them, because we are the ones being watched.
Orbit. Beyond the blue.
Have you ever experienced something surreal, something out of this world, for a brief second, and then, poof, gone? Maybe you tried telling your friends and family about it, but they chalked it up to your wild imagination or seeing things. Don't be embarrassed, because that makes you a part of the thousands of other people who have experienced the same. In fact, when the United States Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force tried to identify 144 of these unidentified objects, they were able to pin down only one UAP. One, that's it. What about the remaining 143? They couldn't possibly describe what these objects were because their aerodynamics was nothing like a man-made carrier. Cut to 2022. And NASA has also decided to dip its toes in the pool of alien hunt, officially. Yes, the mega alien hunt is now on. The US Space Agency is launching a project that will recruit top scientists to examine unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. Makes you wonder, what do they know? Is the USA hiding secrets about aliens, or are the extraterrestrials too slick to come under our radar? Carl Sagan had once said, "The universe is a pretty big place. If it's just us, seems like an awful waste of space." On that note, let us take a deep dive into stories of bizarre, out-of-this-world incidents that point towards only one thing: we are not alone. Let's begin with the mysterious Kuiper Belt, a cold, dark, and distant space in the outer solar system. It's primarily made up of icy objects, dwarf planets, dust, and comets. So far, over 2,000 Kuiper Belt objects have been catalogued. Researchers believe these are only a tiny fraction of the total number of objects scientists think are actually out there. But there's one thing that particularly piqued NASA's interest in the Kuiper Belt, and that is the 15810 Arawn. A quick Google search will tell you that Arawn is a Kuiper Belt object, a large rock that orbits round outside the orbit of Neptune. But is it a rock? In April 2016, NASA's New Horizons spacecraft reached the Kuiper Belt. After capturing its first target, Pluto, the probe turned its sight towards a large object on a strange trajectory. Yes, we are talking about 15810 Arawn, named after the Celtic god of death, war, and the otherworld. An eerily cool name for a very special space object. Why is it so special, you ask? Well, most of the objects in the Kuiper Belt are made of rock and ice. But not Arawn. Arawn is built different. It moves unlike any of the other catalogued objects in the belt. This has made scientists question if it is made of something completely different, something much stronger, because it's rotating so fast that centrifugal force should have torn it apart. And yet, it remains intact in one piece. How? Scientists believe that the fast spin is creating artificial gravity, and gravity would be the most vital thing needed for long interstellar travel. You cannot have astronauts floating around a spacecraft while traversing hundreds of light years, now can you? This probed the New Horizon to be directed toward Arawn to take a closer look at the object. And that's when things got exceptionally strange. As the probe tried to get a closer look, suddenly, all of its sensors went dead, transmissions cut off. It was as if someone was monitoring our presence. Was it someone or something that did not want us to know about them? But just before losing contact, NASA observed that Arawn was spinning like a large spaceship would. Now, you can say that it might have been a technical glitch, but wait a minute. Things only get crazier here. Only when New Horizon had moved away from Arawn did it manage to suddenly come back to life, as if nothing had ever happened. Eri. Now I would leave it to you to assume what it was, but if it's an intelligent alien civilization, it makes complete sense to stay far away from Earth and to silently observe us from the cold and dark space in the Kuiper Belt. The next thing on our list is a recent event. China has claimed that it may have picked up signals from alien civilizations. Soon after, China went on to delete the report about the probable discovery. Why? Now, what is China hiding? What we do know, however, is that the signals were detected by SkyEye, largest radio telescope in the world, located in China's Guizhou province. It has a diameter 500 meters, 1,640 feet, and it officially launched a search for extraterrestrial life in September 2020. The report said that the team had actually detected two suspicious signals, one in 2020 and the other in 2022. Since the news spread like a wildfire, China later released a statement. This is what it said. The possibility that the suspicious signal is some kind of radio interference is also very high, and it needs to be further confirmed or ruled out. This may be a long process. Well, this statement feels eerily similar to the one they put out about the signals coming from the direction of Proxima Centauri. Isn't it suspicious? I could go on and on about UFO sightings, Area 51, Voyager 1 sending strange radio signals from interstellar space, and the peculiar campfire that the astronauts on board the Apollo 8 saw on the far side of the moon. The arguments are plenty, but the evidence is few. But I for one believe that we are not alone, and we are being monitored by an advanced alien civilization, like animals in a sanctuary. And hopefully, sometime in our lifetimes itself, we would make contact. The first contact. But what do I know?
Orbit. Beyond the blue.